Can you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, I was playing music.
Oh,
Never mind.
wait. I think I heard.
I turned it off just now.
Oh.
It.
Oh, God. That is a terrible angle to fart in. I just basically farted in my own face. Oh, God. That's so gross.
Let's see.
We need to get separate mics just to mic our butts. Gross. I farted in my own face. God damn it. That joke backfired. Oh, yeah. Actually, back to my story. So, before I get into anything important. So, yeah, saw Sacred Reich and Violence last night. And
Okay.
these dudes, they're older guys. They're slightly older than us. And, man, they were just having fun. So, Phil, the lead singer of Sacred Reich, his music, even though it's thrash music, is very positive. And
Yeah.
the whole show, and it was funny because people who didn't know him were kind of getting antsy. It was this tiny bar. It was like less than 100 people. It was a little bar. And he's like, this next song, it's about empowerment. It's about you being you. We could change the world one person at a time. It's all put out positive energies, put the negative stuff behind you, blah, 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 blah. He's going on, and it's just the whole time he's got this big goofy smile on him. And then at some stage, metal concert, everyone black t-shirts, Violence created a mosh pit, all this feels like, all right, now I just want everyone to stop, look to the guy next to him, just give everyone a hug. Just give everyone a hug around you. First time at a metal show, the singer's like, pause. Not a lot of people gave each other hugs, but I appreciate the sentiment. It was funny. He just looked like a dude who was just happy to be there. And, they played all the songs, and they finish off with Surf Nicaragua. And this is, once again, we're at a bar. There's no stage, so there's no, encore ability. Although I did see a band try it once, a Japanese band, because you're just... It was so funny.
Did they go stand in a
They
corner?
literally just stood to the side, because it's like a shoebox. So you're just looking at the end. There's nowhere to go. And they just kind of stood on the side of the... thing, and then came out, and Phil's like, he didn't even bother. He's like, we don't do encores. We played in Surf Nicaragua. Go home. That's the end of the show.
Nice.
I saw, this is my first show post-COVID, but before that, I saw a whole bunch of amazing gigs, like Zeal and Ardor, all these great bands. But I saw At the Gates and The Haunted, and I'm a huge...
I saw At the Gates, too.
Huge At the Gates fan.
Recently.
Yeah. And
I saw him, in November or something.
So I grew up with them. We both did in the late 90s and all this, and Slaughter Soul, great album. And they kind of had disappeared, and then they came back. And the fact that they came to little tiny Wellington, New Zealand was just ridiculous. But my favorite part of the show is the band's going, singing all their stuff. And then the singer, he goes, hey. And he's talking to the dude at the mixing bar. It's like, so the guy from Domino's is here and he needs his money for the pizza. And, they're like, oh, yeah. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, just send him in the back of the bar. Tell him to go around because the guy came in the wrong door. He's like, cool. Anyways, this is Serpent's Son. Because I paused the show to get the pizzas. It was awesome.
When did you see them?
It would have been 2019. So...
Okay.
So this band I saw last night, this gig I went to, I've had that ticket for over 3.5 years. I bought it August 19. So August 2019. It's just because of COVID, it's been canceled. So this is really the first international, aside from the big Guns N' Roses and all that, but at our little tiny club's first gig.
Sick. Yeah.
Fantastic album. So the first, when I was in college and when I was still in California, the first student film I made was a horror movie, and it was called The Pizza Guy. It was about this guy who killed people, and Slaughter of the Soul was the soundtrack. I just stole clips from the music, and it was all in the background. Yeah. I should find that movie. It's somewhere on a 8mm tape somewhere. It's a cool movie.
You should find it, and we should do a view party.
Yeah.
And watch it and just do commentary.
I loved it.
And then put it up on the YouTubes.
I loved it when I showed that to my class, because everybody else was making kind of serious or art stuff and all this. and I'm like straight up just a garbage slasher movie. I had some pretty creative
perfect.
kills in there too. I was pretty impressed. But we actually had no killer, so yeah, I'll spoil it all when we watch the movie. I will find that movie, Mark. I will find that movie.
All right.
Oh wow, so
Worked out pretty well.
all right, so we're gonna do a couple things real fun for everyone. We are going to do our photos as we normally do, as we did once, and we're gonna play a song. We're gonna play a new song off the new album, which is all done. The only thing waiting is me, because when I'm put under pressure to do artwork, I freak out. So I'm either going to just crumble and do something really terrible and say, hey, I'm done, and just get this album sorted, or I will try to do something nice, but I keep missing my deadline. So yeah, I think the other guys are tired of waiting for my crappy art as well. So maybe.
I did my end. Yay.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, you're all done. It's all mastered. I still think the other guys probably think we're just messing with them, and we probably haven't recorded anything.
That's true, because they haven't heard anything
Yeah,
yet,
no,
have they?
I haven't heard them. I haven't given them song titles or anything. So what I think I'm going to do is do the artwork, set up the band camp, and like have it before I tell them and go, oh yeah, hey, we're done. What's taking you guys so long? And then just put it on them.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like you're holding us up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Really excited to get this album out there and to support our friends. I can't remember the band's name, but there's another band. Huge fans of them. Yeah, the guy apparently has lots of other bands, and it's one of those things like, wow, if you actually mixed that, you'd have something really good. But I think he intentionally does what we do, and well, we overproduce our stuff, but he has talent, just not produced
In the right.
so like the music is good, like the other stuff he was playing me like a traditional metal band. I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. Yeah, right up there with kind of like Manila Roadie type stuff. Yeah, yeah, because he showed me how.
Have we figured out where they're from?
No,
yet?
no.
Or where they're from?
No, I have no idea. I just know it's Trevor or something.
Trevor.
I think that's the name I've come up with, and that's the name I'm sticking with.
I thought his name was
Sean the
like,
Mongoose or something. Yeah, I saw that in the song title, so I don't know if that's really his name or. But he sounds like a Trevor.
knows?
He does sound like a Trevor.
Yeah.
I think Trevor. I know.
Let's just call him Terry.
Yeah. All right.
Watch, his name is Tony.
Yeah. He's like 6 foot tall, almost 100 pounds. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll never believe
Yeah,
what kids used to
he's
do
like
to me in
pissed.
school.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can I take a guess?
Whoops. He thinks like we figured him out or something, and we just
It's not
didn't
funny,
know.
man. Childhood trauma coming back.
All right, we'll do a remix of the album. No, that was Jim.
Trevor.
And then the bassist is Jim. It's like, crap. That sucks. All right, we want to start with a song.
Let's start with the song. So
All right,
here's our fancy song.
would you like to introduce it?
Sure. This is Hey Glory Hole, Where Should I Put This?
What?
Oh, is that not the song we're playing?
No.
Oh.
Is that one of their songs?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Or did you just write that right now?
All right. So should we spoil it? Do you remember the time that I farted and it came out of your butt?
No, that was Tony.
And the first time I read it, because I was just thinking of the song, I'm like, remember that time I farted and it came out of my butt? It's like, well, yeah, that's just a fart. That's like it's like any fart. Okay. So yeah, okay, yeah. So we have.
Do you remember that time?
Okay.
Do you remember?
Oh,
Oh, I remember.
that's such a good song.
That was the
It
original.
was.
Chorus.
Yeah.
I really liked that one, but then you kicked its butt with the newer chorus.
It was really.
We'll have to, when we put out a single for that one, we'll have to do the acoustic slower version.
Yeah, because I was kind of going back to I Fell in Love.
We'll come up with all new memories.
Yeah.
And then I ruined it with the bass line. I'm like, let's do a fun, active bass line to his nice little
There you
song.
are, and give me some disco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So here is track 2 off the new album. No, that was Tony.
Tony's butt. That singer's terrible. Yeah.
This was all recorded on this Supra Distortion,
Oh, super distortion. That's right.
the very first distortion pedal I ever owned. It was the only one I could afford, and it hands down is like the worst distortion pedal ever made.
Oh, okay.
And I know I've always had a soft spot for it because it's the only equipment we could afford as kids. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I contributed was the guitar track on this, but I love that it got used on this pedal.
Yeah.
And it has a dope solo.
That girl I found on the corner.
Yeah.
She was like, she said, "Hey, $20. I'll give you a good time." I'm like, "Great." So I brought her back to the studio, and she did a
Yeah,
great
she
job
did.
singing.
All right, cool. See ya.
Yeah.
Hey,
She was a little confused, but she was down.
yeah.
This guitar solo is
It
epic.
is good, yeah.
I mean,
I love the fuzz
you're
on it.
channeling Slash.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Slash Weinstein, that kid we went to high school with.
Yeah.
Man, that must suck.
Must suck. You know, Tony's got issues in his
He does.
life.
He's had a hard time.
I mean, just walks around and like everyone's farting through him, everyone's pooping through
And-
him.
I love this song. Well, I love this whole album because the collaboration on it. Because
Oh, there
I
we go.
started off with just that little punk riff. That's all I had, and
Yeah.
I had no idea what the vocals would sound like. Sometimes I do. Like the other track, Tony Was Cool. Like I wrote the lyrics and the vocals at the same time because the guitar just goes with that lyric. But yeah, this one was just some punk little riff I had. And then you took it, and somehow in your crazy brain, you came up with that. And I love that because you sent me lyrics, and I'm like reading the lyrics, and I'm still in my head going, punk rock song. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to tie together. I'm like, but I'm just like, yeah, cool. You're like, go for it. Of course. So that's kind of the whole point of it is you have an idea, you run with
right.
it. And then, yeah, you came back with that, like you didn't even tell me, it wasn't until I heard it that you had the singer and all that.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you what I was
Yeah.
doing with the vocals.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, here's some lyrics. I'm like, yeah, those are funny lyrics. Go for it. But yeah, it's so cool. And I'm pretty sure no other band does that. I'm sure every other band has like a very
No.
distinct, this is the only way we sound.
Exactly. I think it's one of the beauties of this upcoming album is we didn't hold ourselves to a style.
Yeah.
No preconceptions. No one, you nor I, knew what was coming from the other person, and whatever came, we just worked
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fun that way because it's not like, oh, we need to change this, we need to redo that. No, it just kind of came together into one big,
Yeah.
like, awesome. It's one of my favorites. We've
Yeah.
done.
Because,
I mean, it's a close second to the Nacho.
yeah.
The Nacho tape.
Yeah. The Nacho Tape's a good one. Because what normally happens, and especially if you look at our most produced album, which is Still Here, I think, that was recorded over days, right? Like we had other people in the studio, and like remember Tyler was in there playing piano for Moko, and
Oh, that's right. And you had
my
your
buddy came by, and like we have,
friend.
because him and I had some joke bands a couple years before, and so we had like all these people. I remember it being a really busy studio session, and the great thing is where we record, even though I'm usually only in town for a day or two, I always leave with a tape. You know, Steve he's a machine, and he always gives me something to walk away. So I walked away with it. I'm like, hey, this sounds good, and I was ready to put it up, but life got in the way. And then I think it was, I don't know, months or something after, you're like, hey, Mike, you and him had spent time in the studio, and I think you even brought other people in to kind of augment it here and there, and we ended up with this like crazy mass-produced album. And I think when I released both or something, or maybe I haven't released the other one, but I have like both copies. I have like the really raw original like demo tape version, and then this really crazy produced one.
And then I cleaned it up a bit and produced
and
it.
It sounds it's a great album, and I think that's obviously going to be the one that most people stick with because it actually sounds the most like an album you would purchase
until this
one comes out.
Is coming out. Yeah. But I have to say, like, it's not, when I'm kind of remixing these things and putting them together and making it sound like a really cool production, that's just something fun.
Oh, yeah.
I like to do.
Yeah.
I have nothing against the way the music comes out. No. Initially, it's just like, the recording guy is my friend, and go down there. I'm like, hey, let's see what we can make out of this. Like, we've got all this raw material, and he's a genius at what he does. And
he's such a
being able to sit down,
lazy boy genius. That's what I like. He's like the most like just laid back dude. He's just like, there's we always enjoy working with him because there's no ego. There's like, we have no egos.
Exactly.
We're impressed with anybody. So the fact that this guy who's a real producer like takes time to hang out with us, we're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and he has so much fun doing it, and like. He's just laughing and on the floor half the time. Not literally, but he loves doing it. So I keep, anytime we record something, I've gone back, like for instance our holiday album that we haven't talked much about yet publicly. I went back and we mixed and mastered every single song. We didn't change any instrumentation, or we didn't like align drums or anything, but we mixed and mastered it. Every single song,
all 99
named
of them.
Every single song, all 99 of them.
It's
and it's worth it.
It
like,
is.
You put that on a CD, burn it, and the song titles come up on your player. It's like, yes.
Yeah. No,
it's like, why not? It's kind of fun.
It's that album was our explosion of let's try to do it. That was my idea with that one. That was the one we did after Still Here, I think, right? Because I'm just like, okay, instead of doing 8 tight songs, let's just throw as many ideas out there as possible.
Oh, wait.
Or am I wrong? No, it's before.
We did 2 albums on that. I think we did 99 Holidays, and then I think we did another one.
Did we?
2 in one day.
Well,
I can't
that's
remember.
the one where you still haven't found that missing track. The other 99. Because I know I recorded it during that session, because the people you...
Well, that was the one where we had Dick Rude there.
Yes.
That wasn't the 99 Holidays.
But I did the 99 bottles. And you weren't... That
was the next year.
Okay, I don't know where you were, but like, there's that guy you worked with who had glasses. Job.
Jason
there you
Goldsmith.
Go. Yeah. I like glasses.
Fat
guy? I don't know, glasses. Because halfway through it, he comes in. He even came in. No, he was there on 99 as well. But
he was there in 99.
Yeah.
Really? He was there for
holidays.
Not
I think he was there for bottles. Because what happened was, even during 99 bottles, I would step out and like I would just grab people, and because there's a lot of people hanging around during that session, and I would just throw them up. I'm like, okay, we're on 72. Take it for a while, and I'd go to the toilet, come back, and it's a crazy recording. And maybe Steve just didn't even fucking hit record, but I explicitly know I've done it.
See, I remember nothing of that, so that's why I'm like,
I wonder if you like had to go
I
to
must have
work.
gone.
Did you have to like do a job? Because we were there for like days. I don't know, man. I'm sure I'm
Who
not
knows?
imagining it, but anyways, if not, we should re-record 99 Bottles.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I remember exactly how I sang it and everything. So yeah. It got exhausting, but it was good fun. Yeah. No, good sessions with Steve. Yeah. And yeah, I haven't released too much stuff after Still Here. I think Horse. Yeah.
Yeah, Horse.
When did we do Horse?
That was the last time.
Was
you
that
came
the
in.
last time?
Yeah, because we were tired of seeing the other band with the.
Yeah.
name, and
So we did that one.
So we just re-recorded their album for
But
them.
was it the time before that we did our rap? Because that was like.
Or did we do them at the same time?
Because I remember the rap one. That was the only time I went in with a very clear, like, I had a hook. I'm like, all I have, and I had like thought of that hook many months before. I'm like, all I have is this hook, and it's the, salami, blah, 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 and cheese. And
Well, yeah, all these sessions are running together
I
in
know.
my head.
yeah, I have video.
Maybe we did Farts That Come Out of Your Butt and 99 Holidays on the same
Maybe I have.
Because I know we did two things.
I have actual video recording of us doing farts. So that will
Really?
probably have a timestamp on it. Yeah, I was going through it because I remember one time I brought a little like GoPro, and filmed us in
Okay.
the studio, and I found the footage. I don't know, a few months back, and I played it, and it was us doing the fart lyrics. Yeah, I remember. Man, I struggled with that one. Because I have no rhythm, but.
What did we call the album where we like did kind of redid the album? Well, no, we didn't read it. We did Little Red Things.
Oh, when we
Inside-
kind of went
Inside
back to
Green Olives.
that was But Revisited. I think
Okay.
that so, and that was at the other studio, right? Oh no, was that
No. We did that, and that was produced pretty decently too. So
I'm pulling up our own band
we
page.
did the Touch My Penis audio, like spoken word.
because we had so we had the self-titled album in 2008, and that was everything we
Yeah.
recorded at the other studio.
Yeah.
And on there we have, and it must have been the same session at the other studio because I have But Revisited, which is only 5 tracks, but still, once again, in 2008. So that's before I moved.
Hold on a sec. Let me get
But-
to mine. There's the Stuff Volume 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
That's our old
everything.
stuff.
Yeah, that's the original,
Uh,
which has some great tracks.
the self-titled album.
Yeah, self-titled album and Revisited were both 2008.
And but Revisited. Yeah. Paper Cut, From a Distance. What did we have on the self-titled
But I
album?
know we did re-record that stuff with Steve.
Toad.
And
Okay.
oh, Mark. So, if you go to Still Here, I think
Yeah.
disc 2. So we split it into 2 discs. Disc 2 was all that other stuff. That's our
The Butt Revolution.
that could be it. So disc 2 of Still Here, I think, if you're on iTunes, disc 2 has
I'm not on iTunes. I'm just on my personal library.
So yeah, on iTunes, I actually released Still Here, I think, as 2 discs, and disc 2 is
But Revisited.
has Touch My Penis Baby,
The Butt
has
Revolution.
Touch My Penis Doctor. Remember those bits? And then it's got
Yeah.
Paper Cut.
But that was with Steve.
Yeah, that's all with Steve. So Still Here, I think
Yeah.
is so that so I think those were 2 different recording sessions. because I have
two completely different. Maybe they were a year
Yeah.
apart because you came back like a year after.
because we had 2 back-to-back trips. Because I think the first time we went back, the missus was
Yeah.
pregnant, and then we brought the baby like a year later. Because so I think we have stuff from 2010, and then 2011 was Still Here, I think. But we released it as
Okay.
one album, 2-disc album.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, I forgot about
Then what else do
Touch
we
My
have?
Piece. We have unreleased stuff would be all the Dick Rude stuff. Dick Rude bits were clever, but they weren't really like
Well, it's his own podcast.
yeah, it's its own thing. So it's kind of like it's cool he let us in on it, but it's his show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is his show.
so he did a
yeah.
few clips for us, which are cool, and we will play them. But I didn't release those because also
There
I
was
don't even
the
think I have
butt-
rights to them.
There's the extended version with Touch My Penis, I Fell in Love, Paper Cuts, Little Red Things Inside, Green Olives, and Pronto This.
Pronto This is a great song, yeah. And that's all.
Yeah.
Those are all on disc 2 of on the iTunes version. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I have Father's Angst.
Oh, that was the last
That
album.
was
Did we not release that?
that was Poo Poo on the
Oh, no.
Potty, Farty Poo, Moco.
Oh no, that's not Father's Angst.
I think I called
Yeah,
it that.
because the last one was We're Too Old. Remember?
Yeah, but when I did Father's Angst, it
Yeah.
was because we were like doing
Yeah,
Poo
yeah,
Poo
yeah,
on
yeah.
the Party and Farty Poo because we had young
But
kids.
we
and
didn't
we're like,
release that.
Oh,
Did we? We didn't release that last album we did though, right? Have you mastered that?
No,
Like
probably
3,
not. I probably
like
should.
you know, it's whatever 3 a.m. and I can't pee.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
a great
no, that-
one.
That's not a bad album. We listened to it, and the
I'll check if that's mastered.
yeah. Oh,
I think it's all mixed, but I don't think we
honestly, mix is
actually took
Close
it to
enough,
It's
yeah.
final mixed. It's not mastered. Music to My Nose. Silicone implanted
Oh, yeah.
toenails from a distance. Paper cut.
yeah.
Mr. Toad. Touch My
Art
Penis.
Revolution.
Date. Touch My Penis. Doc. Touch My
Yeah.
Penis. Lube. Music to
I have
My Nose.
20
dude.
minutes of Tyler playing piano.
Really?
It just says Tyler piano, 20-minute song. I assume that's what it is. Might.
You know what I find
Actually-
fun is like what I name the albums aren't necessarily
Yeah.
what you name the albums. So like we could be talking about same or different things. Who knows? Yeah, who really knows? Still Here, I think.
Still Here, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that Still Here, I think, is Father's Angst. Yeah. Okay.
And then,
That's
yeah,
the same
so
one.
I'm Still Here, I think. And then I have the unreleased Still Here, I thought. And that one's got a couple bonus tracks and some demo songs on there.
Is that the original
That's, yeah, and it has the,
before it got doctored
and
up?
it's got the song with my other buddy, but it's got a bunch of demos on here. They're all listed as demos. So I don't know. I haven't heard this one.
You'll have to send
Yeah.
that to me.
So
Too old, too dumb to stop now. Yeah, in 2021, I went back and had it mixed. So yeah, I've got a new version of that.
wow. Oh,
And then 99
2000,
Holidays.
2005. No, that wouldn't be. Rough Takes 2010. And that's when we re-record. So this, I have a Rough Takes, which I think got remastered later, and that's our original lineup of songs. That's got all the
Okay.
TMPs, and then it's got I Fell in Love, Hey Bub, Paper Cut, etc. And so those all got remastered.
Yeah.
Then we have the Odd Fart. We're Still Here. That's the one I called the last album, and that's got Too Old, Too Dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have farts here. Wonder why. I'm gonna look it up.
Too tired to pee. I need glasses, but I'm too lazy to read.
Farts come out of your butt. Butt. Yeah. Oh, it's under butt stuff. Yeah. That's where all my like random stuff kind of goes.
Remember that time I farted and it came out of my butt?
Yeah.
Like any other fart.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Too old. Too dumb. To stop now. That was a good album.
It's a good album.
I really like that one.
It's a
That one like was like a reinvigoration.
Trigger
of, like,
Finger, which and like what I like too is
we did that at the same time as Horse.
yes, yeah, and so 2019. There you go. So that's my last trip.
Yeah.
You're right. We did those at the same time. So I think we did Horse because that was the one like we had the song titles and that was one of our normal just like let's kind of warm up sessions. Take a concept and just blast through it. Then we're like, all right, let's write some new stuff. Yeah, Trigger Finger, that is something I'm still afflicted with. Too tired to pee, yep. I need glasses but too lazy to read, absolutely. And I know we're not in time, so fuck off. Yeah.
It's kind of fun if you go back and listen to like our Poo Poo on the Potty. That's like we're young dads. Well, if you go back even further, like you hear our life progression through our music. It's if you go all the way further forward, now we're old and dumb and we don't stop. And then we put out like a crazy good album that's about to come out.
The only
next?
reason this album's coming out, some dude reached me on a random email and said we should do a split. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Because why would I say no? So we did it, and it's really good material. It's a great album. Really looking forward to it. But yeah, once again, it just took some random dude on the internet. And the only reason I ever released Horse, because I did release Horse on Bandcamp or whatever, was because we got that person on Reddit looking for us that one time. And I just felt so bad that like they wasted all this time looking for us. So I'm like, all right, here, we'll put something out for you.
Yeah,
I think we sold one copy of it. All right.
I think when you come into town, we'll have to sit down, sit at a computer, and like officially title all these and put years on them somehow. Yeah. And just organize what our repertoire is, our singles. When we go see Steve, we'll look up anything and everything that ever existed. And we'll spend some time doing that with him. I think that would be a good use of
That'd be
time.
A good use of anyone's time.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we probably should be doing an album, if not two. Later. And this was kind of like proof of we can do it. Long distance.
There's always that amazing.
It's like if you ever riff or if I ever riff, it's like here you go. Boom, song.
It's because like. I have one that's been kicking around in my brain for 20 years. It's a little punky song. And I just need to put down the parts that I know. The thing is, I don't know how to finish it. So let me put down the parts I know and give it to you and let you do the rest, right? That's the type of stuff we need to do. Like,
I have a lot of one-off riffs.
Yeah. Like I have one which is just like I hold an E note and I'm like, I'm sure that could go somewhere.
Oh, totally. I could do a lot with that. All right, so now you have to do your miming for 18 seconds. Do it live on this podcast.
I'm going to do a disappearing trick while you go as well.
All right, I'll be right back.